Hey, what's up, viewers? Patrick from Bob vs. Only back to this episode number 1 and number 2 of Serving Others Become Bob verse of the day. First verse comes out of Proverbs 19, verse 17, which says, "Whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will reward them for what they have done." And Acts 20, verse 35 says, "And everything I did, I showed you that by this kind of hard work we must help the weak, remembering the words the Lord Jesus himself said, 'It is more blessed to give than to receive.'" And that's what that verse means, and let's get into it. It's time for the church recap. Starting off with Isaiah chapter 6, verses 1 through 9, it says, "In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the light, high and exalted, seated on a throne, and the train of his robe filled the temple. Above him were seraphim, each with 6 wings. With 2 wings they covered their faces, with 2 they covered their feet, and with 2 they were flying. And they were calling to one another, 'Holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty. The whole earth is full of his glory.' At the sound of their voices, the doorposts and thresholds shook, and the temple was filled with smoke. 'Woe to me,' I cried. 'I am ruined, for I am a man of unclean lips, and I live among a people of unclean lips, and my eyes have seen the King, the Lord Almighty.' Then one of the seraphim flew to me with a live coal in his hand, which he had taken with tongs from the altar. With it he touched my mouth and said, 'See, this has touched your lips. Your guilt is taken away, and your sin atoned for.' Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, 'Whom shall I send, and who will go for us?' And I said, 'Here am I, send me.' He said, 'Go and tell this people, be ever hearing, but never understanding. Be ever seeing, but never perceiving.'" And finally, Hebrews chapter 10, verses 24 through 25 says, "And let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching." And that's all for the verse portion, and that's going to do for the video. Thanks for watching, and until next time again, viewers, in every way, God's way is always the best way.